In this video, we're going to talk about how to supercharge your retirement so that you could get 17 times the amount of return you'd get if you were just investing in the stock market. It's very compelling, and you're really going to want to stick around until the end. We've got some exciting stuff to share with you, my own recommendations, and as well as a great quote, so you're going to love it. Now, only 30% of people in retirement, as they're going in retirement, say they're able to maintain the same standard of living they had before. Now, you want to be one of those 30% that is able to maintain or maybe even have a better standard of living, and that's why you're watching this video. So you're going to love it. Stick around. We got some great stuff for you. Okay, so when we're talking about supercharging your retirement, it's important that we compare it to two different asset classes. The first one we're going to talk about is stocks and how stocks work. Now, historically, since 1957, the average return is typically around 8%. You can calculate that different ways, but that's a pretty generous return to be able to say. Now, this is going to get a little nerdy here, but I want you to put your nerdy glasses on and go with me, because it's really, really important that you get this. It's really going to change the way you see it. Like I mentioned, being able to compare will be able to show you how you can 17x your retirement. So basically the fees here for an average mutual fund. Now, why do I put mutual funds in here? I'm going to get into why I do that. A lot of people have a money person. They go into products. They're like a company, 401k. There's maybe you're self-employed. You're working with somebody from a large institutional firm. They'll typically put you in some type of mutual fund. Sometimes they're even low-cost mutual funds. But this is, for example, it's a 1.2% per year. Now, this right here, a 2% fee is hidden. There's a book by Tony Robbins. It's called Money, Master the Game. And I love the title because I feel like all of the stuff with money, it's like a big game that we're all competing. The rules are continually changing, and we've got to figure out how we can maximize our returns. So these hidden fees of 2%, they're things that Wall Street does not have to disclose to you, which I think is really a shame, and it's honestly a crime. And they're things like administrative fee, cash drag fee, exchange fee, marketing fee. I mean, what are these fees? We don't even know, but they're fees, and legally they don't have to disclose them. So Wall Street is really set up to not have to disclose everything to you, in a way be able to cheat you out of these small things over time, so that you don't get the returns that you really are entitled to. So it's true. If you start looking into it, you're going to find this stuff is there. So it's around 3.2% when you include the fees. Now, if you have a money person, you have an advisor, which a lot of wealthy people do. A lot of doctors, a lot of business people have a money person that works for a large institutional firm. You just send it over to them. I'm going to make sure that they do okay. Well, they typically take 2% off the top of everything. So now you're up to 5.2%. If you don't think this is true, check with your money person and say, what's my fee? It's typically 1.5 to 2%. I used to be an investment advisor, and then I saw the light. I came to the other side. I said, you know what? I want to do something a little different that really works better for people. So total fees of 5.2%, which is just shocking if you think about it. Because again, your total return is only 8%, right? So this is actually 2.8%, so this should be 2.8% is your total return. And when you calculate that out, 100K equals 109. This is over a 25-year period, compounded with no additional investment of we'll say 2.8%. This is 194,653. So you can see it about doubles in 25 years. So you get some return. It's going to be good, but I'm going to show you the other way that is just substantially better, and so you're going to want to stick around and see that. Now, if you're getting value out of this, please like this video, consider subscribing to this channel so we can help other people find material like this, and also you can have great content delivered to you as soon as it's available. All right, so we talked about what it looks like in the stock market. What does it look like with multifamily or real estate investing? And so for us, we do multifamily syndication. It's not uncommon for us to see 15% return, sometimes higher, sometimes lower. And obviously you have to do your own diligence. I'm not making a recommendation for a specific investment, but that is something. If you use a 15% return per year, and this is net of any fees. Typically fees are, when you look at the total IRR, the total return are not included in that. One thing about multifamily syndication or multifamily investing in general, people think of it, isn't it the same as real estate? Doesn't it just have, like a single family, doesn't it have a lot of volatility? Can't things go up and down? Well, in 2009, the single family default rate was over 4%. But large multifamily, basically, 60 units or more, it was 0.4%. So it was 10 times less. So instead of 1 in 25 homes being in default or foreclosure, it was 1 out of every 250. So it's a very stable business. It's a very stable asset class to consider. Now, in order to invest in real estate with a retirement account, you do typically need a special account. You can't just use a traditional self-directed IRA. There are other ones that do it, and we can give you some advice on that as far as how to find one, or you can reach out to discover some different options. So we're going to go back to this example over here. So stocks, basically at a 2.8% compounded, 100K over 25 years, becomes 194,653. Now over here, this is the multifamily syndication scenario, and I want to show this to you. So this is 100K over 25 years at a 15%. So we're using the 15% rate. Basically, you have it becomes 3.291 million. So basically, it's 17x what this is over here, and it's really because of the rate of compounding, right? So if you get a low return and you're being hit with all these fees, a lot of people just don't realize they're being hit with all these fees. So this is why the case is so compelling, and that's why a lot of wealthy people become wealthy through real estate. So this is something that really can be a very powerful force inside of your retirement. So if you thought this video was interesting, please like it, and again, subscribe to the channel so we can get you new content as soon as it's available. I want to let you know this is the business we're in, is multifamily syndication. There's a lot of other operators out there as well, but if you're interested in reaching out and joining our investment club, you can do that at bronsonequity.com/join. We also have a great report that's the single best investing strategy during and after a pandemic. That's also at our website. So I wanted to say thank you for taking the time to invest in your own education. It's truly the best investment that you can make. And so we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. And our quote today comes from Daniel Drew, who says, "Anybody who plays the stock market not as an insider is like a man buying cows in the moonlight."